We are looking at a shuttle loader to put a rail loop out of here in St. Anne, and so adding some space. But the big thing is we're able to connect to with the CSX and the UP both. They share this line out here, which is a joint line, and so they're joint lines like that in a lot of areas. But the nice thing is what's unique is we're already here, so we can attach to that and add some space and. The loop track will be out here, and we'll ship unit trains out of here. So today we ship 25 car trains, or we ship a lot of single cars out on the UP or on the KBSR line. And so we're trying to increase capacity. We feel there's demand, there's a need for more markets in this area. So the local farmer is going to benefit immensely from the project.
What will be your draw area for grain once this project is complete?
Yeah, so we'll go south to Iroquois County. We think we can go north of here towards the Grant Park area. We feel like we'll be able to really be drawing in from Indiana, and quite maybe a couple counties east into Indiana will be the draw. And so we feel like we can tap into about 5% of the overall volumes in the surrounding counties, which puts about 40 million bushels of throughput through the facility.
Okay, so is that additional to what you have now?
So yeah, that's the additional throughput that we'll see through the facility.
Okay. Where will all of this go?
So the UP goes west, so we'll tap into the Mexico market. We'll be able to go to Hereford and feed cattle and other locations in the west. In the CSX, we'll be able to go. A lot of that is going to go feed chickens in the southeast. Huge chicken market down there that we ship to today on some of our other shuttle loaders, but the capacity is there to do more of that.
Facilities, is this major project done, or do we have more to put in place?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I would answer, we're always looking for growth and opportunities. So we think this is the start of, I don't know if it's rail loaders, or we also ship on containers in the north, and like in Bourbonnais. We ship some containers out of there, and we have 3 other facilities that ship containers. So that's something that we look at as well. So we'll be on 4 Class 1 railroads when this project is complete. The NS, the BN, the CSX, and the UP. And we will have the capacity here to dump 450 trucks in 8 hours. And we'll have the capacity to load a 120 car unit train, which is about 460,000 bushel of corn in an 8-hour period.
Okay.
So we're building it with the mindset of speed and efficiency.
Is this a mile loop or a half-mile loop?
8,100 feet.
Okay, so a mile and a half.
Yep, 8,100 feet.
All right,
Yeah.
and so you can fill as the cars are pulled through. You can fill on a pretty rapid capacity, get a couple of engines on it, and they're off and gone.
Yep, yeah, so we'll have 4 locomotives typically. If the railroad gives us 4, we'll have 4, but that's the plan. And then we're testing the ability for a continuous, so it just kind of, the train can run at a slow pace, but we'll be able to load out 60,000 an hour is what it'll amount to. So so if we can keep that train moving, we will. But today, instead of it running continuous at our other facilities, we stop it, load it, and then move it, stop it, load it.
Okay. Now, your originator is here.
Yeah, Angie.
The young lady. She's pulling the grain in. Who is marketing this grain?
So we've got a team at FS Grain. So our corporate office is in Morris, Illinois. We've got a team of 3 individuals that are selling grain all around the world. Indonesia, China, Mexico, and then, of course, domestically here in the States. I think the biggest thing for us in doing this project is the exciting part is being able to bring more markets to the farmers in this area. There are markets here, of course, but this gives more opportunity, I think, for the local farmers. It's going to bring an economic impact, I believe, to them as well as the community here in St. Anne that we're able to do this in. It's not often that you can put a project of this size and scope in a community like this. And so we're excited to be able to partner with the village and with the UP and the CSX to make this happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the basis here?
Fall, we're 30 to 40 under. Sometimes on corn, maybe a little wider than that. And soybeans, I would say probably 40 to 55 under.
Okay.
That's during fall, and then of course we improve from there as the year goes along. Typically, historically, but I think you'll see some benefits to that basis as we have these markets added.
And so as you get a train ready to load, why that basis is going to improve?
Depends on how that works and what we have in the house. So it all depends on market pricing, and it dictates on space and volume as well. But yeah, I think if you look at other shuttle loaders when the markets are good, that's the beauty of having capability of going east and west at one facility. You'll always look, and some years you might say, well, the NS, that market's not there, or maybe the CN market is all of a sudden there, and those loaders are better. What this gives us is an opportunity where if there's need and demand and pull in the east, well, we're ready for that. And if the east is strong and they've had a great crop, and now there's a need, but that demand is in the west, we'll be able to do that. The majority of the time, we should be the best market in the area. We hope we are, but it's not always the case. So FS Grain is owned by 6 companies, 6 co-ops, and we are an LLC, but we're owned by Growmark, Grainco FS, Heritage FS, Carroll Service FS, Conserve FS, and AgView FS. And so those 6 companies pledged their grain assets 10 years ago. It was August or September of 2015. So we're working on our 10th fiscal year. And by pledging those assets, we formed a separate LLC. And so we operate independently of those companies. They make up our board of directors. And so the opportunity is exciting because our balance sheet sits separate from theirs, so it's a self-funded project in that way. Our income then goes back to our member owners, of which then patronage can be paid out to meet that co-op structure.